Imagine a world where the barber who shaved your face might also extract your teeth or even amputate a limb. Sounds like a horror story, doesn't it? Yet, for centuries, this was a stark reality across medieval Europe. This isn't just a bizarre historical footnote. It's a fascinating tale of medical evolution, religious doctrine, and the unlikely rise of a profession. Delve with us into the shadowy corridors of the past to uncover the extraordinary journey of how humble barbers, armed with razors and a surprising adaptability, became the unwitting pioneers of modern surgery, all because of an ancient ecclesiastical decree that forbade monks from shedding a single drop of blood. Prepare to have your perceptions of medicine, monks, and barbers forever altered. In the chaotic centuries following the fall of Rome, Europe plunged into an era of limited scientific inquiry. Education and learning found refuge within the thick walls of monasteries. Monks, often the most educated individuals of their time, became the primary custodians of medical knowledge. Drawing from ancient Greek and Roman texts, they cultivated medicinal gardens, studied herbal remedies, and were often the first, and sometimes only, point of medical care for their communities. Their serene cloisters were not just places of prayer, but vital centers of healing, albeit ones rooted in tradition and faith more than scientific understanding. They understood the human body through the lens of spiritual well-being, paving the way for a peculiar development. Medieval medicine was largely dominated by the ancient Greek theory of the four humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. Illness was believed to result from an imbalance of these vital fluids. To restore harmony, physicians often prescribed purging, vomiting, or, most commonly, bloodletting. This wasn't merely a minor procedure. It was considered a cornerstone of treatment for everything from fevers to headaches, believed to release bad blood and rebalance the body. The practice was ubiquitous, deeply ingrained in the medical understanding of the era, making it a powerful and seemingly indispensable part of any healer's toolkit. It would soon become a practice intertwined with an unexpected profession. Then came the pivotal moment. By the 12th century, the Church, concerned about the increasing secular activities of its clergy, began to issue stricter edicts. A series of councils, most notably the Council of Tours in 1163, declared a profound prohibition. Ecclesia abhorret a sanguine. The Church abhors shedding blood. This wasn't just a guideline. It was a divine decree. Monks, as ordained clergy, were forbidden from performing any procedure that involved cutting or drawing blood, including surgery and even the ubiquitous bloodletting. This sudden ban created a massive void in medical practice, particularly for the essential procedure of balancing the humors. Who would now wield the blade? With monks stepping away from bloody procedures, a pressing question arose. Who would perform these necessary tasks? The answer came from an unexpected quarter. Already skilled with sharp blades and accustomed to close contact with the human body, barbers naturally filled the vacuum. Their daily work involved meticulous shaving, hair cutting, and often minor grooming procedures. They already possessed the dexterity, the sharp instruments, and a basic understanding of anatomy, at least of the face and neck. They were already trusted members of the community, regularly handling sharp objects with precision. Their shops became an accessible, if rudimentary, alternative to the monastery's infirmary. The transition was gradual but profound. As barbers took on more medical tasks, their roles expanded dramatically. Beyond shaving and hair care, they began performing bloodletting, extracting teeth, lancing boils, setting simple fractures, and even rudimentary amputations in dire circumstances. These practitioners became known as barber-surgeons, a hybrid profession combining grooming with minor surgical procedures. Their shops, often marked by the familiar striped pole, became community hubs not just for a trim, but for urgent medical care. This transformation wasn't a formal medical decree, but an organic evolution driven by societal need and the barber's practical skills. The iconic red and white striped barber pole, a ubiquitous symbol even today, carries a surprising and gruesome origin story directly tied to this era. The red stripe represented blood, symbolizing the bloodletting procedures. The white stripe stood for the bandages used to staunch the flow and dress wounds. Often, a brass basin would sit atop the pole, representing the receptacle for collecting the bled blood. This powerful visual literally advertised the barber-surgeon's dual services, a shave and a medical procedure. It's a vivid reminder of a time when the lines between grooming and medicine were not just blurred, but actively intertwined and openly proclaimed. The skill level among barber-surgeons varied wildly. Some were indeed little more than glorified butchers, their practices crude, painful, and often fatal due to infection and lack of anatomical understanding. Others, however, through years of practical experience and careful observation, developed remarkable surgical dexterity and knowledge. These master barber surgeons gained significant reputations, even earning royal patronage. They represented the highest echelon of a nascent surgical profession, pushing the boundaries of what was possible with limited tools and no anesthesia. This dramatic disparity underscored the need for standardized training, a challenge that would take centuries to address. Despite their growing importance, the life of a patient under the knife of a barber surgeon was fraught with peril. Anesthesia was unknown, so operations were brutal, rapid affairs, often involving restraint and copious alcohol. Understanding of hygiene was virtually non-existent, making infection a constant, deadly threat. Yet, within this grim reality, barber surgeons sometimes pushed the boundaries of their craft. They innovated basic surgical techniques, learned to manage severe wounds, and developed instruments that, while crude by modern standards, were effective for their time. Their courage, born of necessity, laid a rough foundation for the specialized field that would eventually emerge. As the Renaissance dawned and scientific inquiry gained momentum, the medical world began to professionalize. Anatomical studies, pioneered by figures like Andreas Vesalius, revealed the true complexities of the human body, demanding more rigorous training. Universities began establishing faculties of medicine and surgery. The push for formal education and a deeper understanding of human anatomy naturally led to a gradual schism. Surgeons, increasingly viewing themselves as learned professionals, sought to distance their practice from the more humble and less academic role of the barber. The demand for specialized knowledge and university degrees eventually created an irreparable divide. By the 18th century, the separation was largely complete. The Royal College of Surgeons was established, signifying the full professionalization of surgery as a distinct medical discipline, far removed from the barbershop. While the connection may seem ancient history, the barber surgeons left an indelible mark. Their practical, hands-on approach, born of necessity and defiance of religious decree, kept the surgical tradition alive during centuries when it might have otherwise faded. They were the bridge, the vital link in the chain between ancient healers and modern surgical marvels. Their crude razors paved the way for the precision of today's scalpel, a testament to human adaptability and the enduring quest to alleviate suffering. From monastic cloisters of medieval Europe to the sterile operating theaters of today, the journey of surgery is one woven with unexpected twists and turns. The Church's ban on bloodshedding, intended to purify the clergy, inadvertently propelled humble barbers onto a trajectory that would redefine medicine forever. Their story is a powerful reminder that progress often emerges from unconventional paths, driven by necessity and the ingenuity of ordinary people. The next time you see a barber pole, remember its bloody, fascinating past, a testament to how ancient decrees, sharp blades, and the spirit of innovation forged the very foundations of modern surgical practice. The legacy of the barber-surgeon lives on, a testament to the unpredictable currents of history.